Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my holy God. Hi guys, Stephen R. Fort for Mindful Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. Today's date is the 22nd of May, 2024. And firstly, if you haven't seen my YouTube videos before, do subscribe to my YouTube video, like it. And I also like to take this moment to say thank you for 920 subscribers. Thank you so much, you guys. I love you. I need at least 80 more to hit the 1,000. Then you guys have done the job. I haven't actually. I'm just sharing some ideas with you on my video. And today we're going to look at day trading a little bit more defined. Now, these are some of the new projects that I've taken on. Day trading, it's all about education. And if you can educate yourself how to trade successfully on the financial market, you can make a lot of money. Or you can blow a lot of your accounts or your money. Quite simply, if you educate yourself from some of the best, maybe not from me, you'd be surprised how much money you can do or make or generate through day trading. Now, I'm just showing you right in front of you a trade I have made earlier this morning. If you notice, I made 3 trades up here, but of course the market changed on me. Now, these are not just randomly picked. They are picked because I'll show you in a moment how I made the decision to take these 3 trades only to find the market turned against me. And I'm going to show you my strategy, how to get out of the situation without losing too much money. Of course, it has been stated at this stage I should have taken what it's called a stop loss. But I don't really like using stop loss. I'm losing money. I hate losing money. Every little money that I lose through stop loss, it takes a little while to regain back. So I'll share this strategy with you. You don't have to believe me, but this is how I've been managing to rescue all the trades that seems to go out of whack. You know, like for these 3, for example, I made a trade for the stock to go up, only it turned on me, but instead of crying, I'm going to show you a little bit of that strategy. As you can see, I already started one down the bottom here. And basically, the best idea also to trade is to trade small. I went a bit overconfident here and purchased 100 barrel instead of just sticking. And this is, of course, CL. Now, the other major strategy to apply is just to follow 1 or 2 asset or stock product to trade on until you can fine-tune that particular product. Then you can probably diversify later. But if you can master just 1 or 2 or 3 asset, you'd be surprised. You start to see the asset's pattern. And that's what you want to have that edge on. It's the simple pattern. Then you can captivate or catch and make a lot of profits from it. But anyway, let's go back to what I was showing you. I made these trades earlier on, but the market went against me. So let's go to the chart and see what the chart shows. Now this is on a 1 hour time frame. As you can see, I've been doing a little bit of study. All these lines, these red lines, these indicator lines or trend line, I put them up there myself about an hour or 2 hours ago to tell me where the stock was sort of heading, supposed to be. But of course, as you see, it didn't. It went against me. But instead of crying, that's called recovery mode now. As you have already seen here, I made a recovery open position to try and capture all that money that I got up here. Now, somewhere along the line, this is the beauty about this particular trading platform. Now, this is a trading platform. This is my homework or notice board or my secret planning stage, for example. And this is called investing.com, and you should have a link down bottom here. I'll show you also how to set all these up, so you'll know exactly how to set it all up. Let me take it all off first. Now, this particular one is MACD. I'll remove it first, and I'll show you how to re-enter them into the system. And Stosh RSI. I like RSI. It gives me fine-tuned time to open up a trade. Now, this is on the time frame. It's more important also to note I do a lot more homework here than actually in here. In here, it's only to execute what tells me in this area. So this is where you need to be also. You need to be wherever you are that you're tracking a product or asset or Forex, whatever that may be. And it could be trading view. It can be anywhere. but I use investing.com. And investing.com, you can open up an account with them with your Gmail account. It's your Google account, of course. So let's go back 1 hour time frame. You can really stretch this going back in time. Then you'll tell you then exactly down the bottom here, whether they're in minutes, hours, days, month to a year. Now let's go back a bit further, say 4 hours or 5 hours. Go further back. We're in May. We're still in May. Okay, it's been going flat since, but since April, downtrend ever since then. It hasn't really recovered. It's just gone sideways. Now we can look a bit further back. Let's say a week ago. Where was she a week ago? Okay, now it's telling us in month, all the way back to 2023. Now it's gone really back. Now if you look at these charts, what are we trying to see here? I mean, we don't want anything to wait for a month to happen, but it will give us some sort of guideline. I think long term this is going to go up. I could be wrong, but let's squeeze this. Let's study it. It's by studying it, you get to see a pattern. I might see a pattern different than you two, and that's one of the beauty about trading. What the graph, what this information tells you, you've got to act on it. Not on your emotions and what you think it should be. You act on what the market is doing. And the historical movement of the market or the product gives us a certain degree of accuracy where it's going to go into the future. For example, let's have a look at this red line that I put on the bottom here. Let's squeeze it back. Now that red line, as you can see, is determined by these features, where it's dropped and hit and rebounds back up. This one overtraded, went back, but it also went back up. Now if you count one, you can also go all the way back here. Hold on, let me take it back here a bit further. This is just giving us some sort of study, what history does, that sort of influence what happens here in the future. So you can see it touched here, bounced. I mean, it overtraded a little bit here, but it also bounced back up much higher. Touched this one perfectly and bounced again, and again here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course this latest one 6. Now that's a lot of confirmation that this particular asset, crude oil, will bounce back up. How far, we're going to determine that in a minute. Already I've given it, that's how far it's going to come up before it retracts again. That's just me, of course. Just using a bit of historical movement to guide us. That's all there is. There's no rocket science. You're just using a bit of study, historical movement to say, okay, that's where it could be going. And that's why you probably notice why I make these decisions for the stock to go up, of course. But it didn't. So this is time to research and see why it did that. So we're on the one now. We're going to go back. No, let's go back. Let's stay here again. These two trend line comes from here. If you want to use them, click up the top here. Now once you click there, click anywhere you want. Hold on to the button on your mouse and drag it. Take your finger off the mouse, and there it is. Okay, that's formatting it to what color you want. If you want to change the color, I like red because it stands out. Because I want to see things in red where the market's moving to before I want to get a decision whether to buy or whether to close the position. Now to delete, click on that with your right finger on your mouse and hide it. Okay, now that's giving us two trend lines. So within this area here, that looks more like what let's call a kill zone. For all these extra, we can certainly make a lot of money from these extras. These are over purchase, for example, before it retracts. Now, I call this a kill zone. Now, the kill zone could be a bit higher using these points here too. I'm going to raise that a bit more. Now, to raise it, just point on it, hold on to it with your finger, and drag. Okay, I'm going to take it right back here where it touches this one, which was way back. Oh, now this is all in May. So in May, it's just as I said earlier, this has been going sideways. And of course, I'm going to put another last one where I think it's going to hit before it do anything, whatever. But anyway, I hope you appreciate my videos, and do like my videos. And unfortunately, I can't activate the comments on it so you can say your piece whether I'm doing anything worthy or not. Accordingly, okay, I've set those lines. So these are the lines that I believe, these two, that's going to hit it, go past it, or retract. Now the bottom one here is as you can see, it's hit it, then of course rebound. Now let's take it back 15 minutes, give us a bit more define. Okay, now that's where I lost a bit of money, because I thought it's hit this line and it's going to continue up, but of course it just overtraded. Plain, that's an overtrading. But as you can see how perfect, when you study the chart of anything, it tells you the history sort of, these are the two histories. It gives you some sort of reference to do what you want to do up in this side. So at this point, when it hit it, I made this trade. These 3 trades that's out of the money at the moment. I'm just giving you some explanation so you can understand. Okay, but it's nothing to cry over, because the market, it goes up and it goes down, and it goes down and it goes up. So you've got to just perfectly catch it at that right time. As you can see, I thought I was perfect when I executed my 3 trades there a moment ago in this area. Well, the predictions was right. See, the chart told us, yes, it was going to hit it. And of course it did hit it. But of course, overtraded, and that's what's happening. So it's starting to recover now. And it's also pointed from this fact. This resisting line from up the top has also forced it down. I think that little extra bit here, just because of that little downtrend. But right now, we're looking at this. So 15 time frame, 15 minutes. We're going to go to 5 minutes. That's defining it a bit further. Now, normally, when I'm ready to make the trade, after I've done those initial sort of back tested and looking back in history, I look into 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute's only used to really define when can I enter the market. Now, remember I said I was going to set up those other indicators. Now, up the top here, indicators, click on it. The indicators I normally use are just these 2. Too many information can really sort of block my mind. So it's entirely up to you. MACD, click on that. That's MACD, I'll explain that in a moment. And of course, the other one would be Satoshiki. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Stochastic, RSI, and that baby. Clear that. Now that's giving us a couple of indicators, of course, the price range. And of course our other indicator lines that we have put up. So we've got plenty of indicators and references to see where the stock is going to go in the future. Okay, let me take you back 15 minutes. In reference, 1, 2, 3. 3 support line it's activated. It's created a new one. Okay, it can easily go down. Hold on, something I forgot to show you. The 5-hour chart gives us that sort of reference. These are month ranges. I've gone right back. You really drag back, to go back and see, okay, I wonder if it's trending up. According to this, since November last year, it has trended up a little bit. We want to see a trend. A trend is this area. Let me explain what a trend is. Now, a trend is when a stock sort of rises accordingly as seen on this sort of a stage. And if you sort of took a position here, you've got to rode this up all the way up to somewhere around here before you got rid of it. Sold it anyway, or sold it up here preferably. And that's explained now also when I think it's the best time to sell. Okay, and that's using our RSI. That's what it's called. That's a trend upwards, of course. Now, here's another trend. Short selling, of course. That's downward trend. Now, if you purchased it up here, you would have sold it around about here, hopefully, or close to position anyway. That's an explanation of a trend. If you follow a trend, because a trend can take a long time. See, it took 3 months for that. So I don't know how faithful you are to hold on to a position for 3 months, but that's the sort of possibility. If you're looking short-term, of course, a short-term trend is this one here, which already probably took about a week to reach its lowest. But that's set on a 5-hour time frame. So let's go back to what we were talking about. 1 minute time frame. Just giving you some education here. Now that's a trend there also. Here's a trend starting to be developed. How far this trend is going to continue, we'll soon see in the future. But let's do some predictions from here, from this new trend that seems to be developing. Okay, I'm going to follow this. We can literally predict by using these guidelines that I'm showing you where the market or where the stock could be going. I think it's going to follow that same line here. See, the same? It's just dropped down a little bit, but I think it's going to continue that trend upwards. So if I draw another line in parallel with that, the first one will give me. Square that off in parallel with this one. I think it's going to follow the same sort of, that's the kill zone, for example. That's where I'm going to make a lot of money. It's not much movement, but it can easily change later on. Well, the market here in New Zealand now, at the moment, it's not even 12 a.m. So as people, traders, of course, and investors start to come online, and later on, when the European and America comes on, it's going to really drastically show a different graph. But we're trying to predict here now the future, just using a little bit of trend that's showing up here. Okay, there's a little bit of trend there, and I think that trend is going to continue. Only it's developed a new one, so hopefully we're going to have a bigger kill zone. The kill zone, the bigger kill zone we were talking about is between here, but today's short-term one, it's only between these two lines. Now I think I'm at another kill zone somewhere. Oh yes, there is. So we've got all these areas that we're going to make a lot of money from. The daily ones is between here, maybe a week one, and of course the month between that top resistance and now you can see now what I'm saying. You can literally sort of predict to a certain accuracy where a stock is going in the future and take advantage of that understanding and take that understanding and place it on your trading platform. And the accuracy is quite profound. Again, I said to you, I haven't touched these. I've left them as they are. I don't like using stop loss to a certain degree when I know to a certain, for sure that this stock is going to go back up. And of course, I didn't know it was going to overtrade it, but it has returned to where it should be. So this trend here seems to be pulling it, even though trader wants to do otherwise. But the trend is your friend. It'll always work. It's very powerful, and it tends to pull anything where it's going, regardless of any other trade or any other excited traders who wants to go the opposite. The trend will always pull anything up. It's like the powerhouse. Let's concentrate. Now we're going to talk a little bit about these before I go back to these positions. These are very important. You see the blue line and the red line. Blue line and the red line. Now, every time I make a trade, I always make a trade down here, which is called a support. This is really fine-tuning your trading abilities. And you say, to the last minute, I think, before you make a trade. I wouldn't make a trade. I wouldn't open up a trade here. That's where I want to sell my positions whenever it reaches the resistance up in these points like now. So if I had trades that I bought here, I'd be looking, say, getting rid of it now if you want an early profit, because you would have made a little bit of money from this resistance line up to where it's heading. Now remember that area of resistance is where you consider selling or closing a trade. Down the bottom here is where you consider purchasing or opening a trade, and that's using the Stoch RSI. Now, more importantly, just as much to add to your confusion, if you wish, is these two red and blue line. If the blue line's behind the red, that means it's forcing it down. If it's above the red line, the blue line, that means it's going up. That's how simple it is. It's just another indicator to tell you overall where this is going. It's following the trend. If you follow that also, you could be pretty good accuracy in determining. So if you combine these three together, you'd be surprised how accurate you can really take the trade to pinpoint winners all the time. And of course, if you get a certain factor like what I've done here, which shows, of course, there, that's where I opened it because of this reason. 1, 2, 3, it hit it, of course, overtraded, went past, but I still believe my open trade on this point will continue to make me money once that stock, today's trade, will really pull it up, or the trend will pull it up anyway, past where I make unfortunate opening positions. Now, this is the beauty of this app also, just that trading app. Now, I can change these by the click of a button. Now, this particular button allows you to set your stop loss and take profit. You're probably asking, Steve, how come you're not using stop loss? I'll explain in a moment. Like I said, I hate losing. That's for setting your stop loss and your take profit. The next one is another beautiful button. If I push that button now, it will change from buying position to sell, just by pushing that button. But of course, they're going to take some money out of that transaction. So I don't have to sell anything. All I do is just push this button, and my transaction will have gone from a buy position to a selling position. Call, the name's call or put. And that is the beauty about this button on this trading platform. It's made easier. Of course, they're going to charge you for that. So I'm going to lose $31.40 as soon as I push that button to change from green to red, if I wanted to. That's why I say I don't use stop losses. In the system, it's got these button that acts as a stop loss anyway. Now this particular one is another little beauty. I can push that, and that will double the price, but it will also drop closer to the strike price, today's price. Another beautiful button. Now, I'll show it to you. Okay, I'm going to use the small one up here, the one that's too high at the top. Press that. Oh, hold on. It's high, hidden. Now I'm going to press it. Watch what happens. I'm going to double that. That 10 barrel will go to 20 and will also drop a precision. That's another beautiful button I can use. Meaning I pay an extra amount, of course. Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it? So it robbed my position, which was useless anyway at the top here, bringing it closer to today's price. There you go. Now, it's only 20 barrel. Now, watch this. I'm going to do the same, and I get 40 barrel worth. Hallelujah. So we're closer to the strike price, of course. And that's the beauty, as I said to you. I don't use stop loss, but I've got to monitor my position all the time to take advantage of these cases. And I'm not saying you can do this, but this is what I'm sort of finding that's helping me fine-tune my trades once I've opened it and once I've seen, okay, this asset is going to continue to grow. I don't think it's going to lose its value and go crashing. So as you can see also, I made these changes of precision at the lowest point. Okay, I can do one more, give it 80, okay, just to show you. I'll pay $80 now, or 80 precision or whatever, and my position will be closer to the strike price. Beautiful. Now I've shown you some secret of how accurate trading can be, but you need to be monitoring and maintain your open trades. Of course, it's all about taking profits. Now I made a bit of profit on this one. Now it's probably reacting because of these trades that I just put in, because the look of it here, I'm the only one trading. So be careful of that also. Be careful activating trades, because you could be the only one trading, and it does show up on the market. You want to be trading on the high volumes, as you can see here. So it's absorbed in the high volumes. But don't worry about that. That's just me, because I made some trades. It's the market sort of recorded that and showed it accordingly. But anyway, go back to where we were. And more importantly, this is the area where you want to be working a lot more hours than in here. In here is just to activate the account, and of course you've seen me do a bit of maintenance work, protecting my account so I don't lose money. All I've done is add more money into the system. As you can see, I haven't lost any. I'm waiting now. When this stock continues to recover, I might do a little bit more changing of these two to drop down further as I sell each one of these, of course, to give you some more profit to maintain my account balance. My account balance up here at the moment is only 7,431, and I continue to build that every day. And then that's it. So I'm going to close this down for at least a couple of hours and let the market do its thing, and I'll come back and check. And if we're correct in our analysis here, okay, if we're correct here, then of course that will continue to go up. But that was me making some trades straight away at the market noticed. There was some person or some crazy person doing some trades. but that's how it happens. And again, as I said, if you're going to do some trade, make the trades when there's plenty of volume. That means a lot of people trading. Now that's just me trading, so of course the market say, hey, somebody's trading. Don't be afraid of it. That's just the beast. I hope I've given you some ideas and some simple strategy to apply. You don't have to, but you can certainly use some of the strategy that I have shown you. I've shown you quite a few, of course. And more importantly, as I said, use these more time in here, studying the chart, the history of it, to give you a predictions of where it's going into the future. Now, before I close, I'm going to show you a bit of practice. Now, let's begin this. Now, by beginning, just pick any asset, doesn't matter which one. Scroll it forward. All you want is the history. Okay, you want the history to show. Okay, now this is how you practice. Now use firstly the 1 hour chart. I'm going to show you how to practice so you can learn these strategies that I'm showing you. Okay, now what you're looking here, remember on my right here, on the right, we haven't seen this. It's not here. It's not here. Now, just as important, no cheating. That means you can't pull this back to have a look what's up here first before you do your practice. The idea of the practice is this bit in the right here hasn't arrived yet. So no cheating, no pulling it back, checking it out before you make your predictions. So the first thing is just pull it whenever you wish that you say, oh, I can read this, and start making your predictions from that point. Do not move your chart until you have made a prediction whether you're going to open a buy trade or sell trade, wherever that position is. Once you set your indicator, for example, that I'm going to buy up, use this arrow just to remember you're practicing. It's not real. Turn it over, say, yeah, I'm going to buy at that position. Then you check now. Now you're going to see the market, what it does. If your prediction is correct or not, then you pull it left. No, you haven't. You made a boo-boo. See, the market came down against you, so you just got to learn from that mistake and say, okay, what did I see wrong? What did I make wrong here that I didn't see was going to continue? Simple. You didn't pick it from that point, okay? You picked it up from here. If you waited, notice the market, see it's come down, hit the resistance, the support, and bounce back up again. If you waited, yes, they captured here, you would have made your money there. So you can see now the beneficials of practicing. So get practice. More practice you do, the more confident you will know how to use these processes and systems that I've shown you. This is the practice mode. I'm going to teach you how to practice on the practice mode before you do the real thing. Now this is the same asset. All I've done is moved everything back, and there's plenty of data ahead of us on my right here that we're going to look in a moment. What we're going to do now is study this as a homework. This is a homework for you. This up here hasn't come yet. We're pretending. We're practicing. Okay, so I'm going to use this trend and say, okay, if I'm correct with my analysis, I can make money. I'm going to use this. Okay, the trend is good. The trend is good. It's taken quite a while. That's an hour. Okay, it started a new trend here by the look of it. Okay, so if I go back, say 15-minute time frame, there's a line. Oh, okay. We're going to use a bit of history. This is practice, remember? It's not real. This is where you can really practice on old data to see if your predictions of old data can really show you where anything could be going into the future. I'm on a 5-minute time frame. I'm going to use some trend line to show me where this is going. You can do this every day just by practice. You'd be surprised what you can do in the future. Trend, what's the time frame? 23 of maybe a 2-day. That's about a 2-day trend. Now, these buttons are good to read because they give you information too. Remember, on my right here, it hasn't come yet. This is not real. You're practicing. Let's go to resistance. And that resistance gone all the way back down here. Interesting. This is a tough one because of these extra high on top of the support line here that become resistant. So you went from support here, and then you went to resistance. Remember, it's a homework. You're trying to study history to where this product could be going in the future. The trend is not strong to be pulling it up. It's hard to read. Now, you don't have to trade. Remember that. If you see it's difficult to try and read, don't even look at it. Go find another one. Okay? Just go find another asset to study, which could be a bit more easy to read. But I'm just giving you an idea how to study something of the past to guide you to where it could be going into the future. So if I was crazy enough, I would say this is coming down. Only because, remember the kill zone? I talk about a kill zone. Yeah, here's the kill zone. It's over traded a little bit here, just like up here. I'm going to use these historical movement to guide me. Okay, this is the kill zone between the support and this resistance. This is the beauty. This is the practice mode. Now I'm going to move this to my left, or your left anyway, and see how our prediction goes. Remember, hold on. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use what is called a sell position. I'm going to sell the stock, meaning I'm hoping it will go down. If I'm correct, then we're going to see how powerful studying a certain pattern and historical movement of a stock can really show you where it's going in the future. And the reason why I want to go down because of this oversell here, before this happened. It's a bit hard. This is more challenging. You could easily go pick another stock, but I just want to show you something. Okay, let's see what the market shows. Okay, now I'm going to pull it back. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, nice, nice. So we're correct. Oh, okay. So we're thinking of, now at this stage, we're thinking of closing a position. Okay. The position we open here, we're thinking because it's hit this. Hold on, let me blow this up a bit more. Now, if I sold it here now, perfect. We made money. Exactly. We read the market with certain degree. It's a difficult one to read, but at the same point, if you can read certain movement of a market, you can make a lot of money. As you can see, I made a lot of money just because I predicted that extra oversell, and the same here happened here, and I had my kill zone, okay, between here and here, was perfectly correct. See my kill zone? According to this, it's still high, and if I wanted to open up a position going up now, that's just me. Remember, it hits, go up. I can, but I'm not going to because the RSI is still too high. So I'm going to wait for the RSI to drop, then make my decision then. Okay, wait for the day, wait for the day, wait for the day. Ooh, I could have bought it. Oh my God, look at that. Anyway, that happened. So I'm going to wait. Here we go. We got our entry point there. But I'm still a bit cautious because of an oversell. Remember our kill zone is this bit here. It's gone past our kill zone again. So I'll be more inclined to make another crazy bet. I'm going to follow that and make another downward trade. Okay, if I'm correct, we'll make money. Here we go. I made the trade. I made money here. This is what you can do in practice. No, I'm losing money. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Only because I should follow the rule. Don't buy here. You got to wait to buy it in the bottom here. But never mind. You learn from mistakes. It's killing me. In this point, you got to make a decision. Either close the trade or go through and drop the trades from an upward position, or swap, do a, what did we have? Oh no, we had a downsell. If these were red positions, then we've got to swap it to green positions by using this button here. That practice has showed me, should have listened to the rules. The rules is you buy here or open position here, never open a position up here. So you can see now my mistake cost me. Don't do what I do. But you can see now also by practicing, you can actually really see in real term if you're correct or wrong, and don't repeat the mistakes that you have seen me done. So there we go, my friend. But anyway, I hope I've given you some idea how to trade successfully on the stock on the financial market, day trading. And this is Stephen R. Ford from R. Ford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. We love you. God loves you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube video and like it. See you in my next video. Bye for now.